Good morning, good morning. I am in such a good mood today. Hello. How is everyone? Good morning, good morning. Let's see. It is Wednesday. Boy, is it Wednesday? Yeah, it's the 8th of February. Wow, quick, right? How is everyone today? I just wanted to remind you that tomorrow there will be no show because I have my scans tomorrow and they're going to be like they're right in the middle of the day and like I have to get ready and so they're just going to wipe up my time there. So just wanted you to know that, but I will be back on Friday and we are having our Joyful Friday on Friday, which is our day that we celebrate and use our Cricut Joy machines, a little mighty mini machine. And I'm going to show you some tricks. I'm still deciding what I want to do for a project, but I was thinking of doing some small like cards made from different elements. That's a valentine, like I don't know if that makes sense, but like something maybe with like a 3D flower on it or something like that. And this is how my mind works, and then I just get on off track and go all over the place. So good morning to you all. I just want to say hello. Hi, Cheryl, Gail, Renee, Dawn, Ardeen, Connie, Leslie. How's your husband? Sweet Drops, 45. And Carrie Chakowski. Hi, nice to see you, Carrie. And Babs, of course, and Rhonda. How are you? Um, we'll do listen and chatting as we have to pack for a trip. Oh, okay. Wow, 5 hours away. That's a long drive. Hi, Benny. How are you? Hi, Louise. Hi, Loretta. Dawn. Nice to see you, Christine. And Pat May, my friend. Pat, how are you, Pat? And Jennifer. So I'm sorry if I missed some of you, but today we're going to be working on a card that actually I've done before, but I'm doing two new twists on it, and I think you're going to be pretty excited about them. Okay. The first twist is that I am going to be using iron on for the actually red glitter iron on for this piece of the card. Now, I've done this card before, but I just used regular cardstock and the envelope was just plain. But here's the second thing I want to show you. Do you ever buy these paper pads? I know I do. This is from Michael's. I'm sure they have similar things at like Hobby Lobby and such, but this is a paper pad that they put out for Valentine's Day. And I'm going to bring you down here anyway and just kind of show you what I'm talking about here. So, this is a great pad of paper. Pages in it and it's 12 by 12. What am I doing? I got to open this up because I found in there every once in a while, they do a really nice job of these paper pads, and I wanted to show you something in here. Now, we've worked with acetate before, but look here. You see this stuff? It is like acetate. Sure. It's like acetate, but it isn't. And so I always get like these little sheets of paper in these packs. There's another one as well. And it feels like it's acetate, but I spent a good majority of time. Look at all the glitter and look at the red. I mean, this is a really nice pack. But I want to just talk about fancy paper. So this is fancy paper, and I was like, what can I use this for? It's so cool. And I thought that I would make an envelope. And you guys know I'm not a huge envelope fan, but doesn't this not look absolutely adorable? Just so cute. You can hardly see the glue there. And what I think I love about it is you can put the card in like this, which is what you normally do, right? And in the back, you just see this beautiful thing right? Isn't it cute? So I'm going to show you how to cut it. Now, if you don't happen to have this kind of thing, which it is a very weird thing, I've never seen it before. If you don't have this, that's okay. You can do something like foil acetate, which is what this is, foil acetate, right? And it also has pretty hearts on it and everything, okay? So let us, it's an envelope, I know. I guess, I've been focusing on my, the things that are strengths, the things that are weaknesses, and I realized that envelopes not my strength, and that's probably why I sort of don't use them. But then also, I honestly think that the machine does really a good job with envelopes. However, it's very difficult to find the right shape envelope for what I need, and like to sort of keep it as a special, like always go to for. I think I should create like a file that has just envelopes and they're different sizes that can be cut. Okay. So anyway, you see that I've just put this onto the mat. Before I put it onto the mat, I did cut off the top just so you can see. So this is put into the pack like this with a type of like a perforation. It's actually two sheets right here in one. So there's a little perforation, and I thought that that would get stuck on my mat. So, I just took that off, or you could use scissors. And the other thing too about this is it looks the same front and back. And I also tried to see if there was like a I don't know, with the acetate, they always put like a little film on there, but this does not have a film. This is just, and I don't know that I would call it acetate. It's a lot thicker than acetate. So what I decided to do was look into the different kinds of cuts that are available, different kind of setting, I suppose, that are available. So let me take you up. I just want to get this ready. Now, Loretta, I'm going to have 3 of these to give away. I would suggest that you don't mail this envelope, that it would maybe get ruined or whatever. So try not to mail it. So maybe put it in another envelope or hand it to them. 3 winners. Yes. So let's go up here. Now, this is a fun card, and there are, believe it or not, many more very similar to it, but this one is closest to this time of year because it's a cherry and the whole Washington with the cherry tree, and I cannot tell a lie. So I really just like this card. I did it last year, and then this year I decided I'm going to do it again, and I'm going to use this piece, which I used like a Swiss dot last time, but I'm going to make this out of vinyl. Where did I find this? Well, first of all, you can find this on my, I'm going to just hide it. You can find this on my community page. And just so that you can see, here is my community page. And come on, guys, we've got to step up. I saw my friend Carol, and she's got like 6,000 people following her on the Cricut community. So I want to be with my friend Carol. So if you are not already following me, follow me. Maybe we'll do a giveaway once I hit a certain number. How does that sound? I think we could do a giveaway when we hit 2,000 followers. So let's do that. Let's see who's following today, or who just newly following us, so we can say hello to them. Hi, Maureen, Floral, Tina, Catherine, Janelle, Sharon, Tracy, Nina, Corinne, Maria, Danielle, Donna, Lily, Bobby, Martha, Allison, Lisa, Cynthia. Wow, there's a lot of people. I haven't done this in a couple of days. Christine, Gariana, which is a beautiful name, Carrie, Caroline, Cindy, Tammy Jean Bickner, who she must have unfollowed or did something, whatever, changed her thing, and that's why it comes up again. Lorraine, Janixa, hello, Janixa, Simona, Lee, and Elizabeth. So all of these people are going to be part of the giveaway, which we do every week. And all you need to do is follow me in the Cricut community. How do you find me? You go here to this hamburger menu right here. You go home. Now you can search here at this search box, or you can also sort of come down here and look for, well, they've sort of sunk the community away. Where the heck did it go? Oh, well, apparently they're going to change these out quite a few times. So not here. So if you want to find me, just type in Miss Rita and see what happens. Let's find out what happens. Yep, there you go. Now I am logged under Miss Rita to the rescue, or my thing. So of course I have images, and then here are projects, and there are Cricut projects, and then community projects. This is where you want to be, community. Now down the bottom, you'll see this is something new. I don't know if you can see that, but I can't make it go higher. So over here down the bottom are community members that have something with Miss and Rita, or Miss or Rita in the file. So here's a great way to find people, and I think it would be a great idea if you took advantage of this. This is a great way to meet people, and also a great way for you guys to go from the chat to Cricut Design Space and all of that. So this is all done in Cricut Design Space. You don't have to be on Facebook to be on Cricut Design Space. Everybody, as long as you have a Cricut ID, you can have your own profile and you can follow people. And the community is real nice. That was introduced last year. Okay, so let's go back to what we're talking about. I'm going to go to my canvas. So here is You're the Cherry on Top square card with the envelope. So I'm going to hide this and just show you how I found it. So go to images, and we're going to do image set. And today we're going to put in folk, F-O-L-K, folk art is what we're looking for, because that's what this is. And you'll see there are quite a few folk art image sets. And this is the one that we want. It's called Folk Art Festival. This is an old, used to be a cartridge. Now it's an image set. So you're going to see a lot more images in this grouping, including some of the letters. It's sort of like font, but not really. And so the letters are here if you want to use them. The thing I love about this this image set, is that there are a lot of cards on it, and they're all in the design of folk art, which is really cool if you're a fan of, well, like Amish art, or anything like Pennsylvania, Indiana, that sort of thing. These are very prevalent images that you'll see. There was a time everybody had folk art like in their kitchen, on the wall, maybe the wallpaper, or even the trim, or stenciling. Remember stenciling that we did? Everybody did that, that sort of thing. But if you continue to scroll, you will find these cards, and some of them are like Christmassy. Like, for instance, this is a lovebirds card, but this one here is a topiary with a partridge on the top, so kind of reminiscent of Christmas cards, which you could make for Christmas cards. And these are all really just fun cards. So this is where I found the one that I wanted. I'm going to click on here and add it to my canvas. I believe it comes in, yes, it comes in with an envelope. There's not much you have to do here, but just ungroup it. Now there's the envelope. We're just going to put it to the side. And then you'll see this is a very simple card, but I love the pinking or the bric-a-brac sort of thing here, and also wanted to put something on the inside. So I duplicated this, and I made these white. So I'm just going to change these to white because I don't want them to mess up with envelope, which is like an off-white. I want that to be on its own thing. So here is, let's just do this right. Arrange it, send it to, bring it forward. Okay, bring it, arrange, bring front. Okay. So this is what I'm going to cut out using my, or I've already cut out using glitter vinyl HTV or glitter iron-on, as it's called by Cricut. And then I'm going to iron on this. And I just wanted to point out that I did start doing shorts again on YouTube. And if you go to YouTube and you check out shorts, you will see me putting the iron on this piece. So just thought you'd want to know that. And then on this piece, I need a saying. So I did come up with a couple. One that says, where are my cards? Hold on. Let me see what I got here. All right, so here's my card. And isn't it great? I love the size of it too. And it says, you're the cherry on top of everything. So let's go ahead. I want to show you how to do that so that you will know how to add text to a card. So you're going to go over here to the left under text. Okay. And you're going to type in what you want. So in this case, I put, you're the cherry on top of everything, which I think is cute, right? And now this comes in Cricut Sans, which is like the default. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this, and then I'm coming up here to font, and you'll notice that this is all changed with font. So you can do Cricut fonts, you can do system fonts. These would be fonts that you downloaded to your particular system. So for example, I love this American typewriter, so I added it from DeFont. I just like it, and there isn't really one like that in Cricut, so that is my one of my favorite go-tos. And then we have bookmarked, which these are ones that I have bookmarked because I really love, and this is so much easier than it used to be. So I'm going to choose Telegram text, which is what we've used before, or you can go to recent and you can see, look, I use this one, cinnamon swirls. Let's choose cinnamon swirls because, you know, I don't know, cinnamon, so cute, right? So here it is. You're the cherry on top of everything, and all we have to do is to change it so that it's going to fit on the card. And I do that by grabbing onto those handles there, and I find what size I want to put on this. There it is. And then I select them both, and then I choose attach. Attach is down here. And now it's stuck on there. Okay. So let's go ahead and make this. By the way, if you're wondering, this card is a 6-inch square card. So it's really big and showy. I mean, you could make it like 4, maybe 5. Hold on a sec. Okay, I need a glass. I need a drink of water. You can make it smaller, but I just love that it's big and showy. So let's go ahead and do, let's do make it. Is it going to let me make it? Okay, there we go. And I don't know why this is, but it seems to think that some of these, so I have to choose. So I'm going to do on mat because I'm doing on mat for all of my things. So here you go. Now you see here, this is for the outside of the card. This is for the inside of the card, and we can go ahead and move this over to our white paper. And you could put it like this. You can't put it directly next to it. So if you're interested in making these cards, making them for everyone, here's what I would suggest. You know, if you're going to make more than one, so get all your pieces in here together, and we'll just do a line, center, and we're going to make this slightly smaller than the 12 inches that it's at, just like maybe 11 and a half. This will not impact our envelope, which is why I didn't change it anyway. So now by changing it just ever so slightly, I'm able to put not just the front and back there, I'm able to put 4 on here, I believe. Yep. So I could cut this out and have 2 each. Excuse me. Okay, guys, sorry. I know that's super unprofessional, but I can't talk if I have got postnasal drip, so I apologize. Okay, so the same thing with here. If I'm going to use smart vinyl, I'm going to change this to without a mat. And if I'm going to use iron-on, I'm going to mirror it. Okay? Hi, buddy. What are you crying for? Okay, and here is our envelope. You see it fits nicely on a 12 by 12 sheet, so it's going to work out really well for us. And then here are the cards. So I told you we're going to talk more about the envelope. Hi, Renee. Okay, so we got here, and let's just do the envelope. So I've got my mat selected as score and basic cut, and I have to choose the base material. Now, normally I would just choose a medium cardstock, but I'm going to go to browse all materials, and we're going to do a little browsing. Thank you, April. It's always on film, I know, right? Right? So, okay, so let's have a look at all of these materials. We've got artboard, we've got cardstock, so none of these work. Fabric, that's not going to work. Felt, which we did last week, it has its own thing. Craft foam, which is coming up. We're going to be doing some craft foam things. And we've got foils and metals. We've got iron-on, leather, vinyl, and then other and paper. And then keep scrolling down to plastics. Okay? Plastic. So you'll see here acetate. But as I mentioned, this material, it is definitely thicker than acetate, and it's got like kind of a coating on it for the colors and stuff. So I'm gonna see what else is down there and choose from there. So Mylar, it's not Mylar. It says non-adhesive vinyl. Look, I'm gonna try this one, transparency, because this does feel like a transparency. Remember those? We use the transparency. So if you have transparencies at home, you can make envelopes with your transparencies that are left over from the 80s or the 90s. So I'm going to choose transparency, and I'm going to choose done. And you will see, because I have the Maker 3 on, my tools are going to be we're going to load our single scoring wheel into the clamp. And let's get our image or envelope with the thing ready. So I think that this is fine. Everybody's using brayers now, but I just use my hands. I mean, I've always just done that. I don't know. I just can't have yet another thing in my collection of stuff. Right? Last century stuff. All right, so it's on there pretty good, but if I wanted to, I could put a little bit of tape in case I was curious about it. And then, curious that it might lift up, but I don't think it will, okay? And here is my scoring wheel 01, and I've told you this before, there are 2, 01, 02. The 2 has 2 little wheels. This wheel does not hurt. and it does not cut. Okay. And so we're going to put this in. However, if you do not have a Maker or a Maker 3, you would use this, which is a scoring stylus. If you want a deeper score and you're using the scoring stylus, I can show you how to do that, okay? I don't know if the stylus would do well or not. Maybe we should try it with both. But in this case, I'm just going to take it over here and put it in my machine. So I'm going to open this clamp B, take out my blade and housing, and then I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it in. It's going to move. Da, 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 da. Popular. You will be popular. Do you know that song? I don't know where it's from. It feels like it's a Disney song. All right, so I put it in the B clamp. You see that? And I'm just going to hit go. So yeah, let's do a second one while we're sitting here. I can get it ready. Just need to get a thing. We'll do the second one, but we'll do it with the scoring stylus to see how it comes out. I think it will be okay. It's kind of plasticky, so I think it will be okay. But it's always fun to try new things, isn't it? And that's what's so great about doing this as a group, is that we can try new things and we can share what works, what doesn't work, and just have a little bit of fun. Now, this is something I would not have thought of in the past. So, I would get that piece of paper and I'd go, wow, that's a really cool piece of paper. And then I would never use it. So what I'm trying to do is encourage you, if you're buying your paper in pads, and this is a real problem for me. So if you're buying your paper in pads, you're going to accumulate these along the way. And so what I do is I sort of separate them into sort of like seasons. And then like 4 times a year, oh, look, it's done. 4 times a year, I kind of swap them out, but I'm trying to come up with a better system on that. Okay, so we're going to exit this and let's see how it cut. Oh, so nice. And I don't know if you can see those scoring, but it's there. Let's go and do the second one. I'm going to also use the transparency. Let's go back. I love patterned paper. I'm like stuck with it. I really do. I love it. So here I am with my Maker 3 saying it to put in the scoring wheel, but I'm going to change edit tools and I'm going to choose scoring stylus. Okay. And I have my paper here. It's not really paper, but anyway. So I already have my scoring stylus in here. If you don't, you do need to put it in. Make sure it's clicked down. When you first get your machine, this is really nice and tight. If you ever have a problem with it not being tight, you can tighten it. You can indeed tighten it. You have to unplug the machine and turn it over and tighten it on the other side of this clamp. Okay, so I've never had to do it, by the way. I've always just get a new machine. I don't know, just because they keep coming out with machines. All right, we're ready to go. We're going to do this. And the thing that is different about this is we won't need to swap out the blade because we're using the scoring stylus. So we'll let that go and let's come over here so we can have a look at what we created. What we created. Has anybody figured out where that song comes from? You're gonna be popular. You're gonna be popular. I don't know. It's really cute. They're using it for a lot of shorts. So here is my done with the scoring wheel one. You see it's kind of a little rolling, but I'm just going to find at score. It's a little hard because it's see-through, but I'm just going to find that score and I'm going to fold along the score. And then my little professional tip, pro tip, my pro tip is we're going to fold it one way and then turn it the other way so we have a nice, really nice score on this. All right, our other one is done. Let's have a look. Okay, so the only thing different about this one is we use the scoring stylus instead of the scoring wheel. But look how beautifully it cuts. Just very nice. Very nice. So let's fold this one too. Yeah, it's a little hard to see this. Maybe it will be better if I put something white underneath it. I don't know. This is harder. But it's not undoable. It's doable. And if you get a little lost, you're just going to fold right at the corners where it folds naturally or where the envelope would normally fold, just like that. And this, I messed up, but here we go. So in the event that you only have the scoring stylus, let me show you what we're going to do. I know there's a lot of jumping around today, but that's just kind of the way it goes. All right, let's come back up here and have a look at our screen again. We're going to cancel out of this cut. So let's do cancel. Now, this is if you do not have, am I sure? Yes. And cancel if you do not have the scoring wheel. Okay, and you want to do scoring. So here is our envelope. What we're going to do is we are going to detach, because scoring always gets attached. So we're going to detach. So we're going to detach just like that. And what you'll find is that there is this square that is your score. So you're going to duplicate this and move it over here. And what I find useful is to do an align. I think align center would work. It's slightly off. So you can move them. Actually, what you can do is take these two and do an align center. And then attach them. Then bring your envelope, the cut part of the envelope, back over here. And then grab all three and attach them again. Now, what this will do is it will just make the scoring twice, okay? No more pressure in the scoring. I asked that a long time ago when I was kind of, no. So, I don't know. So, I don't mean to be like that with you, however. So, yeah, no, there's no extra scoring. So, let's put together this stuff. So there is our original. Look how cute. And I did use double thick tape. So I'm going to just show you when I put this on there. The people that will get these cards will get the envelope as well. Woohoo! Because we just cut out the third one. So if you're going to give this to your love, your sweetheart, you can just do that and then they can come and open it up very quickly. And here is that lovely card. Isn't it cute? You're the cherry on top of everything. It's so cute. I'm a little bit like, if I were going to mail this, I think I would, first of all, I would put like stickers with return addresses on there. And I would put them in white because, you know, it's distracting. But also I would take it to the postman and ask them to hand cancel, okay? All right, so we were looking at the envelopes. Let's do that first part. So we folded it in all the different directions, and I don't even remember which is which. So we're just going to do it. We'll do both of them because I have to mail both of them out. one of my weaknesses. And I have to tell you, Cheryl, I get your emails and they're like inspirational. She sent me, I think it was Cheryl, sent me an email saying, don't apologize for, forgetting things. And I was like, yeah, I do that, and yeah, I forget things a lot. But I know you guys know me, and so I'm going to stop apologizing for that. Okay, so I'm going to take some double stick tape. Thank you for the encouragement too, Cheryl. I do appreciate it. Okay. I do read all my email. I don't often respond to my email because I just have so many emails going and coming and going that I tried to make my own Gmail account for our old show, Cricut Chat, and it did not work. So maybe I'll make my own email for just called Crafting Adventures at Gmail, but not yet. So if you're a winner, don't go sending it to a non-existent email address. Okay, so there is our envelope. And I'm going to put a little tiny piece up here so I can close it. Isn't that cute? Don't put it too high. I put it too high. I mean, I put it too low. It's not going to fit right. Take this off. All right. And by the way, one of you are going to receive this cut out in just regular paper, just so that you know. Okay. So then we will do the second one again, and this must be the one I did with the scoring stylus. Yeah, it feels like it. So we're gonna, both ways we're gonna always do the folding. And I think this is the back side, so that's what I'm doing here. I'm folding in these flaps and then bringing up this bottom flap, and that's going to reach there. So that's why I'm putting my double stick tape right here. Okay. Dogs are too quiet. Too quiet. Yeah. No Santo this morning. He got a big job in Boston. So, you will not believe what happens when he arrives here. The dogs go crazy over him. They just go crazy over him. He takes them for really, really long walks. And even though I am actually walking better, which is great news, I'm walking better, I can't give him that kind of a walk. And I haven't, actually, yesterday I went outside for the first time in, I don't know, a couple weeks. Isn't that great? My sister, love my sister. My sister took me to the dispensary so I could get my CBD oil and all of that stuff that I take. And I am of the belief that if you have a medical issue, cannabis is such a godsend for it. So that's just my own personal opinion. And I am a patient. I treat it like it's, alternative, not alternative, but complementary care, because I still get all of my doctors and stuff like that. I use the meds there, but I just think we don't know enough about the plant to make the decisions that we've made. And I've also done a little history background check on why it was removed or placed on the high list of controlled substances, along with like heroin and LSD. And it had to do with greed. That's like everything sort of, what it had to do with? William Randolph Hearst, who was a newspaper magnate. So for him, the most important thing was what? Paper. So there was a hemp industry during the time, this was in the early 1900s. There was a hemp industry, and he was afraid because he owned all kinds of timber and, like log cutting and stuff like that. So he took um his considerable influence, and this is where I get really like upset with history, is that when you have a lot of money, you can influence things, and it's not always a good thing, because if you have a lot of money, you can say whatever the heck you want to say, and people just go, oh, well, he's a billionaire or whatever. Anyway, so he had them crush that hemp industry, and that is why, in part, it's not 100%, but that is why, in part, there was also a racial issue having to do with blacks and Hispanics. So, which is a long conversation that we might have at some other point, but I don't want to get into that. Anyway, sorry if I'm talking too much about that. Anyway, the good thing is I am walking again. It's very slow, but I did walk. Stairs are an issue. So tomorrow my sister will come and pick me up and bring me to the hospital. And I'm going to Salem Hospital, which is now an MGH hospital. And I'm going to get my scans done. They do this really weird thing where they give you a little bit of radioactivity in your veins. Isn't that weird? It's called nuclear medicine. And what that does, they used to do it where they give you a contrast, which was like a dye, and they'd put it in your system so they can see what's going on in your guts, But now they do this radioactive thing. They put it in your veins. You have to wait around for several hours. And then you can be scanned and they can see things better. Okay, so here is, all the while I'm doing all of this. I hope if this was too much information, TMI, you don't take it to heart. Am I going to glow? What's glow? I am going to glow. Woo woo. I mean, I'm going to finally be sparkly. Now, I've already had this done. So maybe that's why I'm already glowing. I don't know. What's kind of funny is, you guys know I have my mom. And she has a little routine that is going to be changed a little bit. And we're going to send her to like an adult daycare at the senior center. First of all, I just got to say, if you know anything about Peabody, you got to know that they love their seniors and they always do so much for them. And they have the most fabulous senior center, and it's so cheap to go and get a good hot meal there. They have transportation, they have activities. It's just a wonderful place. But several years ago, they also put in what is called adult daycare, which I don't like. I don't like the term, but it's like a day program for seniors that maybe they just wouldn't do well in the regular senior center environment. My mother was concerned about going to the senior center. She'd say, well, what if I do puzzles and they take it away from me? They did that before. And I said, well, first of all, you don't do puzzles anymore, so that's not going to be an issue. Well, they weren't nice to me. This was in the general thing. And I'm like, to be honest, Mom, that was like 10, 15 years ago. I'm pretty sure most of those people are gone. And it's amazing that how different you are when you are cared for. I know this is a weird thing, but you become extremely thankful and grateful. So like I've noticed this with myself when I need some help and everything, is that you become really grateful. I think I do. you know, for the help of others. It's just, I love it. Anyway, all this time here I am putting double stick tape on it. And then I did do this. We'll do that part last, okay? So I put all my double stick tape, and I have my cards, which I can fold like this. Now this is the paper version. You notice that there are some details that are missing, like the little flowers. And then on the cherries, the little accents on the cherry. So I'm glad to have done this in red glitter vinyl. Okay? Red glitter iron-on. All right. So now it's time to get out the mini, our little powerful mini. And I'm going to put this on 1 because it is, oh no, I need to put it on 2 because it's smart vinyl glitter. And I'm going to take my thing here. This is going to be what it's going to go on. And I need to make sure that it lines up because it is ever so slightly different. I want to make sure it lines. See over here, it's a little bit, oh no, maybe not. Okay, so we're waiting for it to heat up. Now, if you wanted to, you could heat up your paper a little bit, but I'll show you what I've been doing instead of that. Is I do start before the button on. I gotta ask you guys, do you wait until, if you're doing a preheat, do you wait until it's preheated? Like if you put the oven on 375 and it's at like 325, do you throw the stuff in there anyway and just get going? Because I used to wait until it said, okay, it's preheated, but then I thought, well, what's the harm in putting it in there? I don't know. What do you guys think? You do? You always wait till the preheat is on. I just throw it in there. And I actually have what's called a Breville. It's just a glorified toaster oven, if you ask me. But it does like the air frying because it has like convection and stuff. And I just started putting, like, let's say I'm making a batch of brownies. I'm turning it on. You just put it in the oven. You don't wait. You wait. If it's a casserole, you don't wait. Yeah, I mean, it's not going to make that much of a difference if it's a casserole because you're going to still check it, right? And it's going to be in there for so long. Oops, what happened? Oh no! Oh, it unplugged. Sorry, guys. Let's hope that's working. Okay, it's working. It turned off. All this time I'm doing it, and it's like, why isn't it sticking? And it isn't sticking. Oops, I noticed it's just a little piece right here that I gotta weed. Okay. I don't know. It's like all those little rules. I was reading this article about chicken. I'm gonna talk about it because I was reading this article about, do you clean your chicken or don't you before you cook it? So I had chicken for dinner. I made chicken, broccoli and ziti for dinner, with like a garlic cream sauce. It was really lovely. And I had just finished reading this article about, do you clean your chicken? Now, I had this conversation with my 86-year-old aunt, Auntie Lisa, and I asked her, will you clean out your turkey? She said, of course I will. And I said, well, why? And she said, because there's all kinds of contaminants on the inside, but now the industry is saying, you know, don't. She goes, that's hogwash. When I soak my turkey, that's what she says. So she doesn't brine it. She just soaks it in baking soda and water. Just a little bit of baking soda and water, because she said it's just so germy. And I'm like, I guess so. So last night I had chicken breasts, and they were like all, you know, cryovac'd. They use meat glue. Meat glue? What's meat glue? And they're all cryovac, and I get them like at Costco, and there's like in a strip, and I just cut them in back. That was back in the day. Yes, pat it dry. And Julia, and so Babs is saying Julia always rinse chicken. And that was back in the 60s and 70s. Maybe they've changed their processing, but there's always, this is gross, but there's always juice in there. And it's like, I don't want that juice. I don't know what the juice is. Maybe it's like a little bit of saline and water. I don't know. So I rinse off the juice. That's what I do. But I know this is a big hubbub. All right, so this is my trick, and actually I can't do it too well because I put this stuff on there, but I do flip it over and let it get heat from the back. So now we have to just wait until that cools off. That's all I need for this little mini. You gave me a little heart attack mini. And then we will put this card together and we will be done. Sorry, I'm talking a lot today. I think I'm thinking in terms of I won't get a chance to talk to you guys tomorrow, and I'll be sad because I love you. I love being with you every morning. It's really a highlight for me. And it gets me out of bed. Now, normally I just sort of jump out of bed anyway, about 6 o'clock, and do the dogs. But before I had this, I would be like, all right, I know it's weird to craft in the morning. It's not usual. I don't want to say weird. It's not a common thing, but it got me motivated on my day to just do the crafting. And for me, it was a way to get out of bed. Because some days, especially in the winter, if you had a big snowstorm and you're like, you wake up, you don't want to take a shower because it's so cold. And I would just kind of like wander around. I used to do a lot more cooking, a lot more cleaning, and check my email. And I'm thinking, what am I doing? Wasting my life away now that my son is in school and just more independent, and the only thing that's going to be required of me is dinner after he gets off to school, of course. And so that's when I started doing the crafting during the day, and I have not looked back. My house is a mess. We don't always eat nice fine food. We don't always do that. But look at this. Be patient. It is on paper, and this we throw away. And that is our glitter iron-on cardstock. Did you know? Did you know you could do that, you guys? We've been doing that for a good year, and I think a lot of people, they're like, mind blown. Anyway, let's see. So did we decide that we're gonna do, Tammy, I will tell you something. Whose house is beautiful? Only because I've seen it in pictures for years. Babs. Is Babs still on? She has this, it's almost mythical, this little like house, and she has all these really cool old things in there and stuff. There's a lot of dog hair on here. Why? Oh well, if you guys get something that has dog hair on it, it's from me, right? I'll sign the card. I used to not, but I will sign the card. So you'll have that to look forward to. My signature when I'm rich and famous. All right, there's our card. It is a glitter HTV on cardstock with this nice square. You're the cherry on top of everything. And then here's the envelope. You can put that in the envelope. Don't forget to put a little tiny bit up here. And if you're ready to give this to someone, you can just take this part off. Like this. And here it is. Isn't that great? It's such a cute card. It really is. It's corgi glitter. Yes, it is. There might be some corgi glitter on this. Who are the winners? One of you is going to get this one here. So let me ask you before we get going, before I get going, I know I'm running a little late, but what do you want to do on your joy? And tell me what you want me to do on the joy, and I will do it. Do you want me to do a mug? Do you want me to show you how to make car decals? I'm up for anything, guys. Oh, thank you so much, ladies. So I will have one person will get a foil acetate one, and then the other 3 people will get this nice heart one. And then I still have to send these out too. Okay. So mug, please. You want? Oh, you want to talk about the embossing? We haven't done mugs in a while. You want to? Embossing is different. Embossing is stuff that you do with stamping. I don't think a Valentine's mug. Okay, a Valentine's mug. All right, so on Friday when you come back and when I am back, we will do can we make it a cheeky Valentine's cup? Because I always, when I make cups, I always envision the person that I'm giving it to, and I want to make one that's sort of cheeky, that says something funny and sarcastic about being, I don't know, just being, not needing a Valentine or anything. I just think there's some pretty awesome. Here's what we'll do. We'll do sarcastic and uplifting, because there's both in Design Space, and I'll show you. I like cheeky stuff. You want to make a dollhouse? That would be awesome, Barbara. Did you see some of the 3D? Well, there's 3D projects. Oops, did I do that right? Okay, there are 3D projects in Design Space. I can buy myself flowers. Yeah, that song. Write my name in the sand. I don't know the rest of it. I don't know who that is. Maybe Miley Cyrus? Not sure. All right. So in my absence, if you want to do something fun, and by the way, you can add. Remember, we learned this in the Community Create channel challenge. So in my absence, I want you to look for images, maybe phrases or something so let's go to phrases and we'll type in Valentine. We might not. Oops, I spelled it wrong. Valentine. And then dust off those mug presses and we'll make a few mugs. I want to make one for my friend Wendy, because she's funny and she's like, has no, like she's not married. And like things like, oh, these are cute. I just adore you. But I was thinking more like something that said, I don't need a Valentine. I need pizza, or I need tacos. Love it. Oh my God. That's awesome. So maybe we'll do one of those. I love you. And no, I want it to be like my friend is holding the mug and she wants to be like a little cheeky. Oh, okay. So I'm just looking. So you guys, I know you might have to leave, but I just wanted to say that's what we'll do. I wanted to find out from you. Now, the Community Create Challenge, if you put your name in, because there are so many groups that are doing it and they don't want any duplicates, because I think they've had the issue in the past. We have to turn in the name of the person to the Cricut folks. And I don't know who's going to announce the winners, and I don't know when it's okay to announce the winner in my group. So if you did a community crate challenge and you followed all of those tips, I will get back to you on how we'll communicate, because I just don't know. If Jamie's on it, maybe she knows. I just don't know. Jamie, are you still on? So, and then while I'm here, let me just make a next week. Okay. April. Good. Next week. I kind of want to be done with that and get going. And let's see, what else is there to know? Let me just say thank you to you, and also thank you to Loretta, who is my she just jumped into that position and is my admin, right? And let's see, Loretta, and also to my faithful people that come every day, and those would be like Barbara and Dawn, and Bren even pops in once in a while, and Babs, and we used to have Shelly. Remember Shelly used to come and do it all the time, but she's gotten busy. I think she's doing homeschool for her child. But yeah, so thank you everybody. I really appreciate you. I appreciate you. And I will see you again on Friday. If you are the praying sort, I will ask for prayers that that my scans go well, and that something worked and they're shrinking. I don't expect it to be completely gone, but we've been trying for 6, 7 months now to eliminate it, and my hope is that it will have shrunk. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Oh, Loretta, I appreciate you. So thank you so much. I so appreciate prayers, and even if it's just send me good vibes. Send me vibes that just, like, sometimes I'm too busy to pray. And so I'll just be like, just gonna send these vibes to my friend Wendy, that she has everything she needs today to get well, that sort of thing. It doesn't have to be this fancy prayer list. It can just be a thought. A thought can be a prayer. So I thank you. Thank you, everybody. We will see you on Friday. Take care. Oh, what? Keep crafting. It'll save your soul. What do you think of that? Is that a good one? Keep crafting. Crafting soothes the soul? I don't know. You guys, I gotta come up with something to end my show on. So for now, I'm just gonna end it on bon appetit. This is Rita, and bon appetit. See you Friday, everyone. Take care. Bye. Keep crafting. All right, keep crafting. Keep crafting. Crafting is the resistance. I don't know. You guys, you got to tell me what it is.